So radiant thinking, let's talk about that for a moment. Mind mapping has everything to do with radiant thinking. Before we go on to exactly what radiant thinking is, let me start by giving you an example. So what I want you to do right now is to think of apple. That's it. Think of apple. You got an image? All right. So let me ask you, did you think of a red apple, a green apple, sliced apple? Did you think of, say, an Apple iPhone or an iPad, or Steve Jobs, who invented and started the company Apple? That right there is an example of radiant thinking, to where you start with one central image or one topic, and then the brain starts to make different associations with that image. This case being the image apple. So mind mapping works just like that, to where you'll start with an image in the center, and then the brain will naturally start to make connections from there. And it's all dependent on the day, the time, your mood, how you're feeling, all sorts of things. So I created this mind map, and at the time that I created it, I was thinking, all right, what are my loves, such as graphic design and travel and creativity and my family. If I were to go ahead and go back and add to it, I would add maybe even food and cooking and lunch and all those different things. So an example of radiant thinking, like in a group setting, is, say if you are talking with a friend and someone mentions that they saw a movie this weekend. That movie will then be associate. Your brain will start to make associations and connections and different images. And you might think, oh yeah, I saw that movie. I saw that movie with my friend. And then your friend will ask, well, oh yeah, how are Susie and John? Or how's, whoever their names are. And then you'll start to talk about them. Oh my goodness, did you hear that Susie is pregnant and John got a new job? And then you'll think about, oh, I need to get a job, or I need to change jobs. And so that right there is a form of radiant thinking, to where the brain just goes all over the place. It doesn't work in a it doesn't work in a linear fashion, much like the way we learn in school. Whereas in America and in the Western world, we'll learn that things move from left to right. You might learn that things move from right to left. The thing is that I'm sure you've been typing notes or in a meeting, and you'll be in a Word document, and you'll have to jump all over and be like, what page was I on when I was thinking I want to add here? Where was it? So those right there are all forms of radiant thinking. And with mind mapping, we are not limited to working in a left to right or right to left or clockwise or counterclockwise position. Instead, I can go ahead and add as many ideas and branches and sub-branches, all that I want, and even create new branches, such as if I want to dive into courses and I have an idea for this course right here, this mind mapping course, I can create a new central image, and that will lead to all sorts of thinking from there. So mind mapping is a really powerful tool and allows you to truly use radiant thinking and unlock the power and potential of your mind.